right about it being massively misogynistic aging. When you think about like men, you've got silver fox, you've got salt and pepper hair. You're men age like fine wine.
Oh, give me a break.
Where's the one for the girls?
It's women age like sour milk, is it?
A lot of like the male adverts are like either they're like shaving razors. Our one is anti-aging. This eye cream, anti-wrinkles. It's everything just anti this, anti. And I don't think that's fair.
Hi guys, welcome back to Seat 4. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Christy, and this is the podcast where we talk all things that should have stayed in the group chat.
Woo!
Yeah.
This week we are joined by our friend and fellow content creator, Miss Rosie.
Hello.
Excited to be here.
I am. I feel like it's, hang on, let me get my words right.
It's fine.
I want to say it's come full circle, but I don't think that's the right phrase.
For those of you who don't know, Rosie was actually the founding father of this Tier 4 set.
Yeah.
She created this baby.
The founding
She created
daddy.
this space that we're all in, this safe space.
Yeah, but it's a long story. Basically, I worked here and then left here and came back. So that is it in a nutshell. And this is my first time. But I've been working on it.
Yeah.
In the pre-stages. So it's not just a random thing that I'm here. I am actually involved.
She's the CEO.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO. I'm the CEO. Sorry, everyone. I'm the CEO.
That's a bit cooler than founding father, doesn't it? A bit more
True.
Anyway, we've got Rosie on the pod this week because we are talking about the subject of aging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old.
And Rosie's 31, so makes sense. Anyway,
Love that.
Rosie, would you want to give some background to what you used to do in the general job sphere and why we might be talking to you today?
Yeah. I'm not just on here because I'm old.
Why are you here?
I just want to preface that by saying I don't think 31 is actually old.
No.
But
neither do we.
it's the oldest I've ever been. So me and Lauren worked on When I Looked back in the day, like years and years ago, and then obviously Christy joined us. So all three of us have been in front of the camera. If you're a 4'9" stan, you might even recognise me.
Yeah.
You might even think I know that face.
Not fucking that girl from 5 Minute Crafts.
No, not the girl from 5 Minute
Not
Crafts.
the girl from 5 Minute
Let's
Crafts.
clear that up.
The way you guys hate that, I find it so funny when they say it. It's so hilarious. But yeah.
Oh my God, no, that is not us. I've been in front of cameras 10 plus years because I've had my own stuff going on, like my YouTube stuff before that. But in this 4'9" sphere, it's been 7 years, I think, on camera. So basically the whole of my 20s, I was in front of the camera doing this as a full-time job. And so were you.
Yeah.
And then you've obviously joined like a little bit early, but all three of us have had it. We've had it.
We've had it.
We've had it in the comments.
Yeah.
We've had it. It does. I don't think you really know like how much it can affect you in terms of like your self-perception until you get to your 30s, because that's so cliche. Like once you hit your 30s, like you don't care. But like it is easy to reflect on your 20s when it's kind of been and gone, and you just think. I was going to say swear. Sorry.
You can swear.
Okay then. Fuck. That's a really big chunk of my life that has been like almost putting myself up for the criticism, and I think now it does obviously have an effect on you, but you don't really realise it in the moment.
And in terms of aging, I feel like we've been kind of not scrutinising, but like editing ourselves almost every day for like 5-6 years. I don't think many people have got that, and it reminds me of like, you know, those viral videos of like dad takes a picture of his daughter like every week until they're 21, and it's like if you look at us from like 21, it's like
unintentionally we've done that.
That's
crazy. And like your body changes sometimes, like you fluctuate in weight and stuff, and sometimes I look back on video and be like, Christ, like I just didn't notice at the time, but like I'm a lot slimmer then, or I'm a lot bigger then, and it's like you don't notice it, but it is like just life, isn't it? But all that stuff kind of goes hand in hand with online, like stigma and all that shiz. So but you're right. We did. I forgot that we edited our own faces. It's actually a really unusual job, and I think anyone else who does that, if you are like I think anyone who works in a similar role, like with YouTube or whatever, or content creation, or even TikTok, they probably have the same things. It's probably a lot more common actually now these days for the younger kids.
Yeah, I feel that. I think in terms of like filming ourselves from like when I was in 2022, for example, I've just come out of lockdown, I'm looking good, I've worked on myself. It creates a kind of imposter syndrome, I think, and it's quite toxic because I've got this edited, perfected version of myself online, and I developed a bit of I had to go to therapy but like where I started panicking that people maybe would see this version of myself in 2022 and then they'd see me on Instagram or, for example, in real life, and then think, God, she doesn't look like that. She's a bit of a catfish. It's like there's so many different versions of me that exist in the online sphere. Then I started thinking like, oh my God, am I a catfish in my real life older self now? And it's just like a whole, I don't know, Pandora's box.
I got that feeling as well. Like, because when you're filming, you know exactly what angle to put your face in. It's the same setting every time, and you just know like, that's my good side, that's not, so I'm gonna sit like this. And you don't think about it at the time, but it is. And then you look in the mirror one day and you're like, Christ, that is just not,
that's me,
that's not it. Is that what people see me as? Shit. But no, it's but also I would say with that, it has given, I think, me now quite thick skin in terms, sounds so basic and cliche, but like quite thick skin when it comes to comments online and stuff. Like I can see straight through them every time, and it's like, it just infuriates me when people post it on like for other people now, but I don't really care when it's about myself, because I'm just like, heard it all a million times before. So
it's interesting.
Very interesting. Do you feel like that?
I feel like, do you know what it is? I feel like I'm at a point where I don't give a fuck. I look how I look. It is what it is. I'm aging. I'm turning 30 soon and I can't wait. But I do feel like I feel like thinking about my appearance has stopped me doing a lot of things.
Right.
So to the point where it's like you said, I used to do YouTube. I used to love it. Didn't really care. Used to post whatever. Then it got to a point where I literally deleted a good 65 videos off my channel, and now I regret it. And I only deleted that because of insecurities. Oh, I look like this. Oh, you ain't got the perfect teeth, so you shouldn't be recording or talking. Oh, you just don't look like the particular, viral sensations that are out there, viral influencers. You don't have that particular look. So I actually went and deleted everything. And then I was just like to myself, I think the other couple of months back, I was like to myself, why did I do that?
Do you know why I think you did that?
Why?
I guarantee it's because you're on your period. I know that sounds weird, but when you're on your period, you look uglier to yourself. It's been scientifically proven that your hormones.
If you're ovulating, you'd be fucking
chef
to all my friends.
It's so true. Like if you ovulate, sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm the fittest person in the fucking world. Like, look at me, I'm literally stunning in the world. And it's when I'm ovulating, and then when you're on your period, it's like I literally like want to end it all. Well, not obviously, but like it's just. I'm like, who is that hag in the mirror there? And it just depends on your side. It's so like fucked up that women have to go through that every month.
Yeah, it's mad. I think it's nice that you maybe see a bit of beauty with aging. But you've just gave a clear example. Like this week, there's been like a big trend happening where people are commenting on Twink death on TikTok.
Oh my God.
So there's this picture of like Timothée Chalamet, and like he's gone from being slightly more gaunt to a little bit more filled out, or maybe he's just got a different he's just got a different haircut. I can fucking relate. But it's just like, and then I see more people posting pictures of like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic versus him now, like 50 and then being like Twink death. It's like, no, he's just had a teenager death, an adult death, a quarter life crisis death.
He's literally aged.
He's literally just grown up.
Oh my God.
It's like, why like we're just perpetuating this idea that it's so scary to grow up and not look like your
prepubescent
self.
I get a bit freaked out by prepubescence. Sorry, that's probably, I don't want to like slate on who is, but like, do you know how, like, no, the other day I just thought like, that's someone in between stages. The in between a child and an adult is teenager. And that's probably why teenagers look a bit weird.
I just think it's annoying, like the whole Twink death shenanigan, but I do feel like it's weird because I've seen more Twink death when it comes to males. I haven't seen female Twink deaths online.
Yeah.
It's almost a bit weird, like a bit pedo-y.
It is a bit weird. And also, isn't he like 27?
Right.
Like, why do you want that? Like, why do you want the prepubescent look?
Imagine being famous and just having these like terms thrown at you. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. Oh my God, if you're famous, it's been 10 times worse.
But you're right about it being massively misogynistic aging. When you think about like men, you've got silver fox, you've got salt and pepper hair. You're men age like fine wine.
Oh, give me a break.
Where's the one for the girls?
It's women age like sour milk, is it?
Yeah.
So I've heard that one before.
Sour milk.
Is that right? Yeah.
Like just milk.
Yeah. Women age like milk and men age like wine. That's what someone said once.
They don't age like wine.
Some of them do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
but some women do too. But it's just like genetics are a huge. You might just have more collagen in your genetics.
So true.
Therefore, you are, praised for looking younger or whatever. But silver fox is like, if a man goes grey, and he's got a full head of hair. It's like obviously praised. It's like, well done you.
Yeah.
But if a woman goes grey, it's like you're a literal hag.
And men don't have to go through things like when we have a baby and like our face fills out, our whole body stretches to the size of fucking the universe.
Yeah.
Pubes.
Boobs. I said boobs sad.
Oh, boobs. Yeah.
Boobs no
Boobs
more.
too.
Yeah.
But you know what? I also feel like it's like if you think of TV, a lot of like the male adverts are like either they're like shaving razors. Our one is anti-aging. This eye cream, anti-wrinkles. It's everything just anti this, anti. So that kind of like plants the seed in your head. Like, okay, cool. Oh my god, I've got to look into my appearance. I'm getting creases under my eyes.
Yeah.
This, that, and I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, no, it's so not.
It's
and
not
also,
fair.
did you know? Fun fact: men's products are cheaper than women's for the same thing, even razors. So if you get disposable razors, you can get the men's version, the women's version. The men's are always cheaper.
Because there's less of a demand.
Well,
that
figure me that. That's not.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
riddle me that.
Riddle me that.
Riddle me that.
Figure me that.
Yeah. No, it's very toxic, and I'm seeing it get lower and lower and lower. Like, I don't think I was even that worried about aging until like now.
Social
Got sun
media.
damage, but social media. But like, I'm seeing these 12-year-olds
Oh my
now
God, 12-year-olds.
getting ready.
Sephora
I'm seeing
kids.
no Sephora kids. Get
Yeah.
ready with me at fucking 6 a.m. before I get ready for school. I'm putting
Can't
on all
cope.
these retinols that are damaging my skin.
Yeah.
When I've not even probably got stuff in my skin to sort out yet.
Yeah,
And it's like, I actually don't think I started using a moisturiser until I was like 18.
babe.
Before
I
I put
literally
my
put
makeup on.
eyeliner on before school and nothing else.
That's it.
Not even-
Yeah,
not
that is
concealer, not
actually it.
foundation.
Yeah.
Just
Raw dogging
just
it.
the waterline eyeliner and off I went, like with my
Yeah.
non-existent eyebrows. It was a look. It was a look. But yeah, no, I didn't put a singular thing on my face. And not to blow my own trumpet, my skin was lit
Yeah.
all the way
Yeah.
up until probably I started fucking about with skincare products and stuff
Yeah.
and makeup. But I'm just aging, yeah, like you said. But yeah, the Sephora kids can't cope with them. They are. I feel like it's going to be a classic case of when they watch it back in 8 years, they're going to be like,
Why
fuck?
did we do it? Yeah.
and I think they just like the ASMR element because they'll get their pots and they'll be like, I'm going to put this on my face.
Yeah, 100%.
And I got the 7 moisturizers and they do literally 10 moisturizers.
Yeah.
And I think the power of packaging, like Drunk Elephant, I'm sorry, it is the packaging and it's the way it looks on your vanity.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually care about what's in it. It's just like the
No.
trend of it, the TikTok. They see it on TikTok. Someone's
Yeah.
been like, this is amazing. And they're like, I want to do that on the packet. And then they just buy it.
Yeah.
It looks nice in their thing. I genuinely think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't want to piss anyone off. But like, I just can't believe that people are that invested into skincare at such a young age.
And retinols, niacinamides or whatever they're
Yeah.
called. Like,
Can we
I don't even
research
know what
that,
they.
babe?
I'm sure
Call it-
they don't know what that
No,
means.
they just
All you
put it
need is
on their face.
sunscreen. Sunscreen is the one I would say, yeah. Because
Yeah.
that probably will help you out in the long term. But retinol, I sometimes put retinol on it. Burns my
Burns.
skin well up and it burns. And the next day I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it's red. And if you put like a little bit too much on, then
That's
you've
it.
got a burnt face for the next 3 days. And I
Yeah.
don't mean like sunburn. I mean like blisters.
Skin burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
100%.
I think the only thing that I kind of like, I wouldn't say regret, but I look back at my prom photos and I'm just like, oh my days. And I look at my sisters or like my nieces, I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
y'all look so good.
Yeah.
The makeup is popping. Like,
Yeah.
my mascara, my eyebrows were super bushy.
Yeah.
It's actually so bad.
I wore these eyelashes that were honestly like shutting my eyes.
Oh
the
my
whole
God,
prom I was
yes.
like,
The feathers. Oh my God, there's so
Like, I
many.
just can't believe how advanced. I feel like they're growing too fast. Whilst I feel like we were growing fast, but not at the pace that they are growing now. Do you get?
They're skipping the awkward teen phase.
Yeah,
100%. It's because they just can learn about all these things now. Like if you wanted to learn how to do a full beat face at the age 13 for us, you'd have to read a book or like
Yeah.
literally go into the depths of YouTube, which was probably quite new at the time.
Yeah.
And you just wouldn't have the skills or expertise.
True.
But now you can literally just flick through TikTok and find 75,000 videos of someone doing the most amazing makeup you've ever seen with all these products. And I think they just they're educated on it. They are.
And the difference is back then to now, I think we didn't have any focus on skin. And obviously you associate aging with skin. And back then it was like makeup, the fun of
Yeah.
makeup, like
Yeah.
doing full beat, learning how to do a smoky eye. Now there's so much focus on sorting your skin out, even at
Yeah.
such a young age, that it's like there's so much information. You're
Yeah.
just gonna fuck yourself up.
And also, I'm not being funny, but like it's all just goes back to being a trend. Like makeup fashion and just fashion in general changes so much. And like skinny eyebrows were a thing at one point. Then it was bushy eyebrows, and then it was baking and like full face full coverage foundation, and then it was clean girl and dewy and skin and the minimal look. So I feel like almost the skincare probably goes hand in hand with like this less is more trend.
Yeah.
And I guarantee in like 5 years it'll be back to 2016 vibes, like baking and the bronzer and the highlighter and the like. At the moment I feel like blusher is having a moment, but like that will probably go back out again soon. And like do you know what I mean? Like it always comes back around. So I also think like that's probably where the focus on skincare is coming from.
We're seeing as well a lot of people have these mental cosmetic procedures, and that's when I even think that's going way too far. It's going from like the really young kids using fucking drunk elephant retinols to now older people having these chemical pills that burn off like the first 3 layers of their skin,
Crazy.
making them look 16 again. It's like, no baby, you don't look 16, you just look like damaged.
I mean, it's like you look at the Kardashians, and then you look at Kris Jenner, and you look at how she looks at age 17, and then there's an episode of how she's got the body of a 40-year-old, and she did a test, and it's all like, how can I get like that? That's like, oh, I want to be like, I want to be able to feel like I'm 40 when I'm actually 70. And I think it's just only natural for people wanting to look younger, and when we've been fed this narrative of like, if you get old, especially as a woman, then you're a hag, like, or you're past your sell by date, or someone's going to trade you in for a younger model. Like, when you hear those things, you don't think, I personally do think of women, and I don't think that men get it as much. They do get it a bit, 100%, but not as much as women do. And I think like the procedures, they're just crazy, like the vampire facials, but then it's also like, you know, fillers and Botox and everything that comes with that, which are really expensive and high maintenance, and you need to do it consistently. But people aren't like, I'd be really interested to know what percentage of women over a certain age have Botox. Like, in the UK or in the US or wherever it is, like, because I think it'd be quite high.
I mean, I was watching the Olivia Atwood. Please forgive me because my English is terrible. Atwood. Atwood. Olivia Atwood.
She's French.
Atwood. I was watching her documentary on ITV, and it's crazy because she made a comment that said she doesn't know, she hasn't met anybody that hasn't had Botox done, and I'm just like, you haven't met me, babe. Do you know what I mean? I think that's crazy, the fact that she can like think and be like, I don't think she knows anybody that doesn't have Botox, so I'm guessing that everyone around her or in her industry that she's in, that's something that's just normal to them. So
that's another like great point, like Love Island, who like, how many of them haven't had some kind of procedure, lips, boobs, or Botox or whatever it might be. And like, it depends on your circle, I guess. Like, obviously she's probably in that realm and whatnot, but it is more and more common, and younger and younger, because they say you should have Botox like before you're 30, because that's when it's like, what's the word, preservation is key, or
rather than reversing.
Is that the right word, preservation?
Yeah.
So you want to like stop it in its tracks from early on, but then you can't really afford it when you're younger. Then you're freaking out because you're like, oh, I should have had it before, like I should get it now, because then it's going to be too late in 10 years. And it's like all these things going on in your head. I think about that. I've considered Botox multiple times this month.
This minute?
I have. I'll go get some right after this, actually.
There's some cultures as well that it's extremely accessible. Cultures.
Really?
Yeah. In Japan, you can go get Botox for 30 quid on your lunch break.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Korea, they love it.
And I think even here I've seen like aesthetic enhancements, they're even dropping the prices. I don't know if I'm just on a couple of mailing lists, but they're just like, as we know, the cost of living crisis is going up. So we want to put our prices down.
I think like, because it was probably a new thing, like fillers and stuff, it was like all in demand and stuff, quite new, not as accessible. Now it's accessible and everyone's doing it, the prices will go down. It's going to get to the point where it's just like pocket money fillers.
And in terms of aging, like if we're starting this at when we're 27, having these like subtle enhancements, when does it stop?
Right, I don't think you can stop, because I feel like once you start, it's like you're obsessed, like you just want to perfect little bits of you. I'm guessing, because obviously back again to the documentary, she's been doing it for 7 years and she's still perfecting her face. So it's like, when do you actually come to a point where you're happy with how you look like?
I think people can definitely get addicted to it. I personally don't think I would get them again. For clarity, I have had fillers. I've never had Botox, but I'm not gonna say no to that, I don't think, in the future. I also don't think it's like fair to judge people who do get fillers or Botox at all, because it's just like, well, what we expected to do when we've had this like bullshit fed to us for all these years. It's just to me like a natural thing to try and build your confidence or whatever. I've had fillers I had never had them before this year. I had them probably about a year and a half ago for the first time, and I had like a full face like rejuvenation thing from this aesthetician. Not anesthesia. Aesthetic clinic. And aesthetic clinic called Dr. Johnny. He's on TikTok actually, and he basically gave me a massive discount for allowing my content of him doing it like to be on his channel. And he was really good, and he doesn't do anything that looks over the top or unnatural. And I said to him, I was like, I don't want anyone else to notice that I've had it done. And he like understood that. But when I said that to other people, they're like, so why would you bother doing it in the first place then? And I'm like, because I can see it and I can notice it, and it's like for my self-confidence. And I actually loved what he did, but would never pay full price for it.
No.
It was like 1,200 I think for 7 mils, the price that it would have been, but I got it for like I think 500 because it was like a model fee, and he could use my content. But that was a year and a half ago, and it's probably all gone. And I wouldn't pay that again to get it back in. I did like it, but I feel like I've done that now. And I wouldn't pay the full price for it.
I feel that, and it puts you in this state of like temporary confidence, because now I feel like I could look back at like times when I've had something done and I'm like, looks good then, and now it's all fucking gone, and I'm like, I'm constantly chasing that like younger version of myself, even younger, like slightly enhanced version of myself, and I'm like,
it's sad, you're like comparing yourself to yourself. Like, I do that all the time. Like if you look back at old photos, like, oh, I look so good then. It's like, yeah, you're 18.
You're
18, you're a child. Like, obviously, and you have to just really check yourself constantly, like every day. But it's really hard to unlearn everything that has just been fed to us. Like you can say like, oh, I don't want to touch any of that stuff, and I love myself, but like internally you can still feel like shit. So I kind of just think like, just do you, and just continue to try and learn it all. But it's going to be really, I don't know if anyone ever does fully get there. Like even if you look at, I'm just thinking about my mum and like what she does, and I don't know if she to be fair, she looks good for her age, which again in itself is a phrase that like it's just thrown around all the time. But I'm just trying to think if she uses any products like that.
Probably just left themselves alone.
I think it does probably get to a point where you're just like, oh, maybe it's just a one day it'll click kind of thing. But hopefully.
Do you know what one of my scariest things about aging is?
What?
No, all nans cut their hair short.
Oh,
like that. Forget the fucking face.
About?
My face shape's not going to suit a pixie cut.
I'm
terrified.
I agree. We can't go Karen. I can't do
that. My nan had short back and sides, spike in the top, mousse every day, straight through it. She wouldn't even have a hairdresser anymore. A barber. I don't want to transfer.
It's like Kelly from Dance Moms.
It is like Kelly from Dance Moms.
The long, the trendy haircut, long in the front, short in the back.
Yeah.
No, I can't be doing that, I'm afraid. I've been a long hair girly my whole life since year 4 when I cut my hair into a bob, and vowed to myself I would never do that again. Ever.
Tall girls shouldn't get bobs.
No.
We look like Miranda.
I love a good bob though. A good like Willy Wonka bob.
You got that.
Do you know what? I think you would suit that.
Yeah. But I think it's because you're shorter.
Yeah, I think tall.
With me, I just look massively oblong. I look like a fucking string bean of hair.
You're so right. What is that? That's a whole nother episode in itself. We should do Tall Girl podcast.
Tall Girl problems.
Tall Girl episode.
But no, it is funny how the older generations just don't even think about it. My nan didn't even wear makeup. There was not a day in her life she wore makeup.
Yeah.
And then these kids are just whipping it on.
They love it. But they love it, and they don't want it to look like they've got it on either, I think.
Yeah.
It's a balance. It must be exhausting for those kids.
It must be absolutely exhausting.
Yeah. I actually can't think of what it must be. Like the pressure you must feel as a kid these days must be really, really tough.
Of course. I feel like we all had the same mascara, let's just say. Right now it's like, okay, that person's got Charlotte Tilbury foundation, that person's got Fenty. Can you imagine that? Oh, because you ain't got this. We were crying about just do it bags, or like the Tigger Winnie the Pooh pencil cases. They're crying about, you ain't got the baking powder. Like, it's mad. I don't get it.
And looking youthful is coming with a price these days.
110%.
To be a parent and my child puts on their Christmas list, I want a 69 Drunk Elephant glow drops. No, you fucking can't.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Save it.
And a £60 Stanley Cup to go along with it.
Oh my God.
Although I do
have a cup.
But I got influenced by that. I bought a fucking Stanley Cup, even though there's a perfectly good one that's probably not unbranded. But I was just, I was like, I'm gonna treat myself for my own birthday. But like as a kid, it is about the brands. I feel like a lot of them now are like worried about that stuff. Well, we just buy like £2 collection from Boots.
Yeah.
And like, but yeah, you're right. Charlotte Tilbury, that's the new thing, isn't it? And like, all these brands, they love it, and it's TikTok. God, I wish that I could make a skincare range that went viral on TikTok. I'll be a millionaire.
Yeah, of course.
That's all you need to do these days. Make sure like you get your 13-year-old niece to just promote it, give her a bit of if she's got a bit of a following, great.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you'll be in Boots.
And you know what? It doesn't even have to look good in real life. You can just put a filter on it.
Yeah.
People will not even know.
Exactly.
You can have the shittest product and have these creases under your eyes and have all your little wrinkles and everything out.
Filter.
You just put that little enhancement filter
Yeah.
up. No one
This
will
is
know.
the best thing. It's got rid of my wrinkles instantly.
Yeah.
No, it's so true.
It's so mad.
It's
We're all
actually crazy.
chasing this like weird perception of
Yeah.
beauty.
Gone are the days of Facebook
Yeah.
photo albums.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You'd actually
It's
think it
everywhere.
would be getting better, but I actually think it's getting way worse. You'd think
Yeah.
like, because we know about like how bad like diet culture is and how body change, and like we should be more accepting, but I think it's kind of going the opposite way
Yeah.
in a way. It's like we know what we should be doing, but we're not doing it.
But then again, I feel like we know. But then if you think about it, like celebrities that run these campaigns as well, I don't think they understand the influence they're having on young kids. So I guess they do have a little inkling, but at the end of the day, they've got to make their money. They've got a brand partnership with something. They're gonna have they want it to sell. So it's a win-win for them. But then those that are actually taking it in and embracing the content, what can they do about it?
Yeah, well, you're having like all these celebrities like reversing their procedures, aren't
Right.
you? And like going back on it, like Kylie Jenner, classic example in the Kardashians. Not to reference Kardashians twice in this episode, but she was saying that like she got her boobs done, lips done, fillers, and she was like, oh, but I wish I hadn't. It's like, yeah, but you did, and like you still have it, and like all these people are admiring you, and it's fine going back on it. It's to be fair, flowers to her for, you know, at least saying that, because a lot of them don't, but it's kind of like it's a bit too little too late, babe.
And even when they reverse themselves, it's not to say that they're doing the subtle things or getting the constant facials and the little bits of Botox here and there
Right.
to make them look like they're not completely sagged. Because
Right.
once you take all that stuff out, it's not going to go completely back to normal.
No.
So people do these things like, oh, I got rid of my lip fillers, and they're like, oh my god, the all natural look is for me. But I'm sure they've just had a little
Probably
tiny,
just had it taken out and put a little bit back in again.
just a little bit back in
Just a
again.
little tuck, a little pull.
But we'll eat that up, and then we'll see it in ourselves, and we'll be dissatisfied.
Yeah. Do you know who I actually do rate for it though? Is Molly May. And I know that she gets a lot of
Yeah.
shit, but I think she's done a really good. She like did take all of hers out and like documented the whole thing, and like she talked a lot about how she wished she'd never got Botox, and I think she's like actually probably quite a good role model for that, because she has just taken it all out. Like, and I don't know. I think like the way she comes about it is quite admirable. But yeah, I think Kylie Jenner's probably not the best,
Yeah.
because she still has it all. It's like if you really don't want it, just take it all out. But you can. You've got the money to, but she won't be doing that, I don't think.
It's just crazy. We live in a society now where like 24-year-olds don't really look like 24-year-olds, or 13-year-olds look 13, or 20-year-olds look 20.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah, because the 13-year-olds doing all these anti-aging, it actually makes them look about 25. And it's like,
That's
do
it.
you want to look that age when you're 13? It's a bit weird. It gives me weird vibes. It's like if that was my daughter, I'd be like, you really going to go out on the streets with a full face of makeup like that, are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Do you want to relax a bit?
Yeah, because
Take a little Nivea moisturiser and go.
yeah. I used this thing called Dream Up Mousse when I was your age. Let me get you a bottle. It's the shit.
it's the shit.
The shit. Yeah.
Oh, Dream Up Mousse, girl. That was good, wasn't it?
So if I could kind of speak to these little kids on TikTok that are waking up at fucking 5 a.m. to do their get ready with me with my retinals before science
Yeah.
tests, GCSEs, I would just say, like, put the gua sha down. You don't need to be like moulding anything at that point. I remember one time I gave myself crystal burn.
What?
From fucking gua shaing so hard in lockdown. I was like, got to get rid of this.
Gotta get rid of the draw.
It's like, it's actually genetics, baby. It's actually genetics.
It's actually mad.
I think just really remember who you are.
Yeah.
And if your age has a 1 in front of it, you don't fucking need retinals.
Yeah, you don't. I would say really take some time off TikTok if you
Yeah.
can.
Touch some grass.
Yeah, go outside and play with like a skipping rope or something. No, I'm joking. I actually think it's kind of like you can't really tell kids to not enjoy something that they enjoy. I would just
Yeah.
be really careful about the acids and the retinols and anything with a percentage on it. Probably leave it alone. Sunscreen, great, go for it.
100%.
Whole ass on that one. And just the makeup and stuff. Again, it's I think it's fun to play around with makeup. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was in that era as well when I was younger. But I think I sound like such an old granny. But like going out on the streets with a full face when you're 13 is just
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I can't get my head around it. But you do you, and as long as you're safe and
Yeah.
Aware of your
safe.
surroundings. Be safe.
Yeah.
Aware
Tell
of your
your parents.
surroundings.
Yeah, just don't rush.
Yeah.
I'd say don't rush. Enjoy your childhood.
Yeah.
If you really want to get into it, read. I feel like anything you do, do your research.
book.
Read a book. Do your research. Oh, you want to get into that? Oh my God, just read and yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't take advice from people that aren't like professional. I feel like there's a lot
Yeah.
of people
Take it from a
online.
30-year-old.
Take it from her, take it from her, take it from her. But like, there's a lot of voices online that
Yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
fucking dermatologists, and they're telling you these things, and
Yeah.
I'm taking it all in, thinking, yeah, that's gospel.
Yeah.
Do your research.
Also, I want to just leave on a note that's, that I've realised in all the years of doing skincare and makeup, less is more. Like the longer you can prolong messing with your skin, the better your skin will be. I know it sounds like so crazy that's literally like mind blowing, but
yeah.
leave it alone and it'll probably be all right, better
Yeah,
for longer.
100%,
Like if you start messing around with too many things, too many foundations, too many moisturizers, too many retinols, you're probably
Yeah.
going to break out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
know.
best my skin ever looks is when I do the caveman method, which is doing nothing.
There you go.
So that's the tea.
It's true. Give it a go.
Do nothing.
Have like a month off and see if anything changes. Like, especially when you're a teenager, because you get spots anyway because of the hormones and stuff. It's like you probably
Yeah.
think it's because your skincare's not good enough. No. It's probably because your skincare's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
It's telling you to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breathe.
We have a new segment for you guys today, considering we love answering your dilemmas so much, we're going to make it a regular thing to become your agony aunties. Do you get it? So I'm going to put to you guys the dilemma been sent in by our audience, and you're going to tell me your thoughts.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Fab. Okay. It's entitled, Am I the arsehole for not sharing a free meal with my anti-Instagram boyfriend? I post my food pics from when I go out to eat on Instagram. It's just for fun. I spend like 30 minutes a week on it, tops. My boyfriend is a very sweet guy in many ways, but one thing that I'm not so much a fan on is that he often hops on the bandwagon on hating on innocent things. Not just not liking something, but making sure everyone knows he doesn't like it if nobody asked. I can't help but notice a theme: pumpkin spice lattes, pouty selfies, Taylor Swift, etc. As you can guess, he's not a fan of the food pics and thinks it's very annoying and cringe. He doesn't even follow my Insta, even though he has an account.
Oh, get a life.
Boo, hiss. I've started getting occasional offers and invitations from restaurants in my city to try their food for free in
Oh,
exchange for a
nice.
review. Get it, sis? Well, I just hit the big leagues and got invited to a new restaurant opening that includes a free appetizer and entree for me and one guest.
Aw.
I immediately invited one of my Instagram friends who I've gone out to eat with on several occasions
Good.
and also enjoys taking food photos.
Makes sense.
I told my boyfriend, but he's pissed that I'm not taking him and says I'm doing it out of spite.
Oh.
I really think I'm not. If the restaurant is giving me free food in exchange for a post, I'm going to put more effort into the post and spend a few extra minutes making sure that I actually got very good shots, and I'd rather do it with someone that isn't going to sigh and roll their eyes through the whole
Right.
thing.
Mhm.
Also, I think it's pretty audacious of him to be actively unsupportive of an activity that hurts no one and then expects to benefit from it when it's actually successful. What I
Yeah.
say is, enjoy your meal and dump him.
Yeah.
Enjoy your meal and dump it.
Bon appetit and see ya.
I think you answered your own question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just said all the things at the end that I agree with. Like I would rather be with someone who enjoys it and just tell him that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get it, then dump him.
Then
Yeah.
dump him.
Have your fit then. That's not going to change my mind. I'm going with my friend. Have your fit.
Yeah.
If she's upset, have your fit.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Like,
It is a red flag. I wonder how old they are.
have y'all come across
Yeah.
that?
Well, sometimes I will take the odd photo of my food and I'll make my boyfriend stop.
Yeah.
And he's like, just really want it. But he's more like, I want to eat it.
Yeah.
It's not because he finds it embarrassing. He just gets impatient. But he always lets me, and then he eats it, and it's the end.
Yeah.
I don't spend. It's literally like 30-second stops.
100%. They
I mean,
might not be on board of it, but you don't have to
Yeah.
Yeah.
grow up.
The trend thing is annoying actually. Like Taylor Swift, it's like pick me vibes. He's a bit of a pick me.
It's a little bit, hating something for the sake of like
Yeah.
putting all your energy into hating something. I'm not on board with that. Reminds me
Open your
of my my ex-boyfriend used to get a bit funny. I do like very funny tweets and very funny things that people would like and retweet them, and he'd be like, "You're literally not like that." It's like, no, what the fuck? I'm a stand-up comedian, but maybe in a writing sense,
And that's why you're not together anymore.
and that's why we're not
Yeah.
He
together
did not
anymore.
know you.
Yeah.
It's so
Appreciate
weird.
you. Yeah.
Bye. Yeah.
Yeah, I think keep a close eye on that situation, and if you communicate your feelings to him and he doesn't take it well, I think dump him.
Yeah.
Life's too short. I think
True.
you're both young as well, from what his behaviour sounds like. So if you are, you've got your whole life.
All right, so here's another one sent from our lovely audience. Thank you guys. Please keep sending them. So, hey girls, love the pod. We love you too. Hope this is okay to send in. But this girl now hates me, and I need to
Right.
Whoa. So this girl now hates me, and I need to know if I'm in the wrong. There's a guy I used to be in love with throughout the whole of school, and as we finished the final year of school, we started seeing each other, which I was, of course, buzzing about, of course, as you should. After summer, we went to the same college, and this is where it all ended, as he met a girl there who we'll call Beth.
That name.
So this made college pretty hard, as I had to watch them together, and I had to try and get over my feelings, which I did. Anyway, 5 years after leaving college, we get together again. He'd broken up with Beth, and I'd broken up with my long-term boyfriend from uni. I thought I owed it to my 15-year-old self to sleep with him casually for a bit with no feelings involved. Why not? Anyway, Beth, who I was friendly with at college, but we weren't friends, finds out and messages me telling me I should be ashamed of myself, that I was slutty and disgusting for sleeping with him, that it hurt her knowing he was getting with someone she also knew. He agreed with her and cut it off with me again. And then they got back together. Oh. She then blocked me on everything, so I couldn't respond. Am I the arsehole here? English. Am I the arsehole here?
Oh my God.
It's very hard to keep up with what was going on in that story. I can't lie.
Yeah.
So she was with this guy.
How long
was Beth and Thingy
doesn't
together?
say.
Were Beth and Thingy together when they slept together? Did he
No.
cheat? Oh, all right. Well, what's the problem? Oh, because like
They're
she was kind of with him first. No. Girl A, let's call her Stacey, was with this guy. Then her friend Beth. Was it her friend Beth, or just a random girl?
A random girl.
Random girl
first.
then got with her ex. So why are they friends? Like, what's the?
I don't
why
think
is
they're
she
friends. I
annoyed?
think they went to college together, and then
If it's not a friend, I think fair game.
yeah. I hate you.
And it's all in a realm of when you're 15. Does anything really count
God,
then?
yeah.
Right.
You can't be annoyed
Make
at that.
mistakes at that age, I reckon.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think, I don't think you said that she was your friend, so there's no girl code
there's
necessary.
no girl code there at all.
No.
And my thing is, why is he agreeing with Beth? So are them two doing something behind closed doors?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
She get, because she just said that that it hurt her knowing he was getting with someone she also knew. He agreed with her and cut it off with her. So that's a bit crazy. How would you agree with somebody that's not in our relationship, but then you break our relationship because of that person, because you agree with that, because you agree with Beth?
I don't know what you said at all.
So basically, Matthew and Stacey were together.
Yeah.
No, they weren't. They weren't together.
Oh,
afterwards they were.
They liked each other in school.
Yeah, but then afterwards,
oh yeah, because she
I
owed
thought
it to a 15-year-old.
yeah, to sleep with.
Yeah, but just casually without feelings.
I don't know what the problem is. People can sleep with people who are
Exactly.
broken up.
She ain't got no strings attached.
Tell Beth she
No
can go
strings
fuck
attached.
herself.
Love like iPhone. Wi-Fi.
I think I'd get it if you were in like a close knit friend group of like best
Yeah.
friends, and then like you
Yeah,
slept with someone.
it's-
From
yeah.
Actually, would I even get it? No. Grow up.
I would get it if you were friends. If like someone slept with someone I liked, I'd be a bit pissed off. But you're not mates. You've literally just
Yeah.
slept with someone, and so is she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
end.
don't know your mum, so leave me alone.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
don't
your
know your
mum.
mum. Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon just ghost her, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you
fair.
really love her and want her. Do you want her to be your friend? Maybe.
No, I don't think she
Yeah.
does. I say fuck
her off.
Beth,
Cut
bun
her
Beth,
off.
Bun
Cut
cut her off, and live
Bun-
your life, sister girl. And he's an idiot as well, so he's the arsehole. They both are the arsehole, not you.
But if you do want to sleep with him, then go for it.
Yeah. Do you want?
Exactly. Period.
Okay. We have another dilemma here for you guys. Let's go. I have a big family that's incredibly close.
Mhm.
We have big family dinners every few months where we all meet at my granddad's house and we all eat together.
Yeah.
Typically how this works is that women go cook for the time that they're there and the men don't, which I am fully aware is sexist as hell. That being said, I am one of the youngest people in my family and my protests mean literally nothing. Some of those women choose not to cook. However, this is usually met with a level of ostracizing. The women who don't cook are wives and long-term girlfriends, so they kind of already have a good family relationship doctored in. When I have seen new partners not cook, it's gone bad, like completely ostracized, not speaking, cattiness, rudeness, etc. This dinner will be in 2 weeks and my girlfriend was asked if she would attend. Initially she said yes, which is great. I want her to meet everyone and for everyone to get used to her being around, but when I explained to her the tradition, she was understandably bothered. I told her that I understood where she was coming from, however, it was best for everyone if she just played along. I told her this isn't a permanent thing and that I'm only asking her to do this so that she can avoid bad treatment from the rest of the family.
Right.
This is her first impression and I don't think it's best if we cause waves. She told me that it's unacceptable and that if she has to do this, she will not be going. I've tried to find a compromise with her on this, but she will not budge and she's pissed at me. She told me that if I think it's acceptable to make her do this, that I'm just as bad as everyone else, while my point is that she needs to make a good first impression. Am I the arsehole? Is this the 1920s, 30s or 40s or 50s?
That is
Can I just bring a dish?
tough, to be fair.
Like, can I just buy something in Costco and bring it? Why
No.
don't you stand there and cook?
I would turn up late.
Oh, yeah. So you
Like,
missed the
sorry,
good
I've got
part.
something else on. I've got to turn up after the dinner
Yeah.
and after the cleaning. I'll just come along for the games.
The games, the
Mm.
eating.
But then it's going to be a lot. If you're going to be together like long term, then that's going to be surely a constant issue throughout your whole life.
Yeah.
Because once you do it once, they're gonna expect you to do it over and over and over
Yeah.
again. You can't just be, he said put it on, I hear it, but okay, the next time it comes around, I then have to do it
You're
again.
not going to be up cleaning when the men are sat down. Everyone.
right.
Oh my god.
Who's doing the ostracizing? Is it the women in the family or the men?
The
That's what I
men.
want to know. If it's the
Oh,
men,
the men.
no, that's
Yeah.
I think
them,
it's
I'm
probably
afraid.
everyone. Some women settle into that role and they're just happy with it. And I
Enablers.
get that. A lot in other cultures, I think it's quite common,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I just am not sure about everyone just sitting and accepting it though. I think everyone has to be on board with this little
Yeah.
tradition you
Yeah.
set up.
I would probably go, do it, see what it's like, and then if it's like really bad, I'd be like, so what's it about with all the men sitting down doing nothing while all the women are
When
doing
you're
the
there, it's like
cleaning?
you're
Like, do you
Yeah.
guys do this every time? I'd like make it like a why do you do this?
Curiosity.
And if they say, because what's their answer going to be like? I don't know, it's tradition. And be like, oh, well, what about if they did it for once? Like maybe try and introduce these
Yeah.
new traditions. Try and
Okay.
wake them up and be
Mm.
like feminism or like just a little bit of like maybe they could do it one time to help you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And if they say no and if they ostracize you, then I'd probably just dump him. It's
Or
not worth
isn't
it.
there that amazing thing where men
The
love
person.
to show you how to do something? Like, how do I like cook this whole dish?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I've just thought it's the guy sending the dilemma in, isn't it? Not the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's his family.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it really hard. 'Cause
It
he's not
ma-
going
does-
to dump her for this, is he?
No.
I mean, I guess unless he's like,
Dunno.
ride or die, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna change the rules in the family, and if they hate me, they disown me.
I've
It
got
is
it.
what it is.
I've got a solution.
Go on.
What?
He should be the one to get up and go, guys, come on, we're going to do it this once.
Well, but
Not
surely,
this once. We're going to start a new tradition. The men.
but
let's
he's
help them.
he's not suggested this once because he doesn't want to cause a rift in his
That's
very
what he
close
was
He needs-
family.
He
Yeah.
needs to cause the rift if he wants to stay with this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you really love her, you will shake the table.
Yeah.
Grow some balls.
Surely someone in the family feels the same way as you. Club
Yeah.
together. Say, we're going to
But
do
he did
this.
say he's the youngest.
Times are changing. Times are changing. I think he
Yeah.
needs to just get up and be like, guys, we're going to do the washing up, aren't we, guys? Just don't even tell them, just do it. And if they say no, just be like, come on, let's give the girls a break, and then the
Yeah.
women
Plus,
can.
if he doesn't need to go.
Yeah,
Why are you going then? If you,
Yeah.
don't go.
yeah.
I quite
Just
like
make
it
it
from the
fun.
curiosity angle though. But like, so why do we do it this way?
Yeah.
And then if
Yeah.
someone's like, because the women should be in the kitchen, that's
Yeah.
when we can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do that one time, then maybe the next time, then he should get up and do it. So maybe
Mm.
go in with curiosity the first time, like let's suss this out, let's see what people really think.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
a spy, be a spy.
Yeah.
And then if you go again, plan it and say to your boyfriend, I think you should get up and get the guys to go and do it, and let's shake things up. If those 2 times fail, then maybe consider how much your family is important to your relationship.
Tea.
Oh, that was actually quite an interesting conversation, guys.
Loved it.
Yeah,
Like
I
that new
loved
segment as
it.
well. What do you think, Rosie?
I loved it. I loved being
Yeah.
here.
Agony aunties.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone liked it. Let me know if you want me back on. Make that
Right in the
happen.
comments.
In the comments, Rosie.
Thumbs up for Rosie to come back on the
No
pod.
comments
Yes.
about how old I look, please.
No. Hope you
Unless
enjoyed
it's
the
young.
chat. Please be sure to give us your thoughts as well in the comments.
Yeah.
And be sure to join us next week for Tea at 4. Bye.
Fun.
Fun.